What's going on, everyone? So, unfortunately, I was a little bit busy this weekend, so I couldn't really live stream 6 hours a day for the whole Deck Devastators tournament, but we are instead just going to be going over some highlight games that I thought were cool, starting with games from day one. Also would like to say thank you tremendously to everyone for the helping me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I definitely did not think when I started the channel that I would ever reach this milestone, let alone reach it in only, I think it's been 4 months since I started the channel. Hard to believe. Hard to believe that it has only been 4 months. I feel like I've been doing this a lot longer. But anyway, yeah, big thank you to everyone. Big thank you to Keegan and E3 Yu-Gi-Oh! For helping to boost me a bit with the collab. That was definitely tremendously helpful to my growth. And thank you to everyone who's just tuned in and watched my videos and subscribed. I mean, without you, this wouldn't be possible. So, anyway, let's just jump into today's video. I haven't watched any of these matches yet, so you're going to get my live reaction. We're starting off here with this game that Alistair sent me. He wanted to show it off, said it was cool, so we're going to be watching it. It's up against Raikoko, who I think is playing Bayou Turbo. Oh no, Alistair, you're playing this deck. I think we've shown this deck in some capacity, or at least talked about it on the channel. It's like this crazy hero fusion gate. Is that Necroid Shaman? He just revealed Necroid Shaman to send Necroshade. That's crazy. That's wild. So Value player going second has a pretty good hand with the Hamster and the potential follow-up with Caius next turn, or maybe Armanite. Very good hand, very good hand. Just chooses to set the 1 oppression. Probably fine to do that. You don't really want to be setting Torrential behind a Hamster here. So anyway, Alscare draws another Terraforming, I think. So going to be going for the... No, just going to normal summon Neos. Okay, playing it safe. Probably the correct move. Hits in. It's going to be a Hamster, which is rough because the Raiko's probably going to out the back row. No, he's going to out the Neos. Yeah, that's probably right here. You actually don't have a clean out to Neos in his hand, which is funny. So draws a Bottomless. A little bit late to be useful. Just going to summon the Sirocco, but the Hero Blast. Very value for Alscare there. At this point, you probably do set the Torrential just in case of, like, the YOLO play next turn. I feel like I'm not even Torrentialing this, probably. Let's see if he does. Okay, he does. It's probably fine to use Torrential there. You do get a plus. Maybe... Does Alscare play, like, other stuff that you want to send off Prisma? Because maybe he should have. I don't know. Beyond, like, Neos Necroshade, I doubt there's anything else, though. I guess you could have sent Ocean, but you just searched Ocean, so it's like, whatever. Sets another Hero Blast. Gonna be... Well, actually... no way to convert off that right now, actually. You would have to get Neos to Grave, which I don't see how you're doing that, because you already used the Necroshade effect. Gonna summon an Armanite, get the Vayu in play. Yep, standard Vayu Turbo stuff. So this is actually not a great spot for Alscare, especially with the Oppression here, just gonna screw up this Fusion Gate play. So, gonna take some hits. Maybe should have just summoned Ocean, attacked the Armanite to stem the bleeding a little bit, but it looks like it's not gonna matter. That's gonna be the end of game number 1. He has no answers. So here, turn 1 is gonna be Rhoda for Prisma Send. I guess he figures he can just Stratos next turn, so it's better to set up your Hero Blast right away. I don't know, maybe I would have set this Judgment too. It kind of depends, though. So, Bayou hand is alright. The Allure definitely makes it a lot better, so they're going to be able to go Raiko set a bunch. Prisma sending Necroshade is good. Just going to set Pass. So the flip up Raikos, they're going to be a response. He could technically Judgment that. I don't know if you want to, though. And the opponent also has a Judgment, which means your Judgment might get Judgmented. Which wouldn't turn out the worst, because then you could just chain the Hero Blast. But actually, the best possible scenario for Alscare happens, where the opponent loses the 50-50 on the Hero Blast. So, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And now you have Storm Judgment. Oh, he's going to Judgment the summon of the Armanite. Why? Was there already... this must already been down there. Okay, I guess I get it now. But that seems super greedy. I mean, don't you... I think I'd have saved it for the Storm next turn for sure. I mean, it works out anyway because they responded to the Judgment with their Judgment. But if they just held Judgment and you hadn't been able to Storm next turn, I feel like this would have been really bad. Anyway, the Storm is going to help a lot here. Going to be able to out the whole field, set the chain material. Pass. Vortex is going to be used. Might have wanted to consider pro setting the heavy, although maybe it's better to bluff Gores. However, I feel like Owlscare is probably just going to attack either way. I mean, Gores would have been a big issue there for sure, so bluffing Gores was definitely a play there. Heavy is just going to be used. Rhoda for Greffer to crash. I mean, that's not so great for Raikoko, and they're dead to the Stratos normal summon. So, that's going to be it for game number 2, going on to game number 3. Oh, Owlscare brought in a Di-Fi, going second. Man, Dust Shoot's going to... Actually, getting Dust Shooted here is kind of great, actually. I mean, it literally unbricks one of your Gear Towns. That's hilarious. That was actually a good Dust Shoot for Owlscare. It, like, made his hand better, unironically. I'm not sure I'd have kept in D-Prison against this deck. You need just more interactive traps. I mean, they don't do anything to Gadgetron, first of all, but even beyond that, it's just, like, a crazy combo deck that's going to pop off and kill you. So, like, D-Prison doesn't do a lot to stop that. Anyway, Owlscare's going the whole way in here. Just not respecting the back row, which was correct because the back row was the D-Prison that doesn't do anything. Just going to go with a Burial. Okay, that's pretty good. You can pump up the Armor Master to get over one of these dragons. But actually, this DDR can just bring back the Gadgetron. I don't know. I'm not sure I'd have used that. I might have prioritized just waiting and holding the Brain Control. Because I feel like you're not in much danger of dying next turn. And if you do die, it's going to be because the opponent has Brain Control, in which case this is still just going to suck because it's going to kill both your dragons. And that would basically lose you the game anyway. So I feel like I would have played it a little more conservatively there, but not Owlscare. Owlscare is crazy. Can flip up Fusion Gate and go for Ab-Zero too. Oh, this is oh, and then Fusion Gate again to out the set Raikou, which lets you just go for game. But I think... Oh, just not attacking with this. That's probably smart, because you know it's a battle trap at this point, right? It's either a battle trap or it's just... No, it's just has to be a battle trap, pretty much. So I'm going to attack with Gadgetron first, just not attacking here. Giant Truenade's going to be end of the game, so... Some nice couple top decks there for Owlscare. He's going to pull it out in game number 3. Very impressive game. Very impressive showing for his wacky Hero Gate deck. So, definitely cool match. Definitely cool match. Let's move on to the next one. So, we had to get a Zytalos game in there. I mean, we had to. I have no clue what Zytalos is playing. I don't even know, but we have to get a Zytalos game in, for sure. For sure. So, oh, Monster Mash. That's so cool. We had to get him. This is a cool game for sure. This is looking kind of like Diva Hero, but it could potentially be Dark Gaia. Actually, I think Zytalos' Dark Gaia build does play like one Sidra. So I feel like this is more likely Dark Gaia. Gonna go for the Witch of the Black Rose, find a quick draw. Not the greatest thing to find here, but it's a free +1, so I mean, it is what it is. Future Fusion, not a bad opening. And opting to hold the Sidra for now, which is probably correct against Monster Mash, especially. A lot of variants play like machine stuff, so definitely the Sidra could potentially be value here. And going to set the Dimensional Prison. Future Fusion is going to come down at this. No, I'm doing math wrong. Just going to go E-Call for... Okay, he was trying to E-Call for Prisma to reveal his Sidra, but then he realized he only plays one Sidra, and it's in his hand. So, that play is no longer gonna fly. He's gonna have to send Big Piece. And opting not to attack directly to play around stuff like Trag or Gores, which turned out to be the correct decision, given that he has both Trag and Gores in his hand. Gonna go for a Gallus play here. Probably gonna have to Synchro with this or something, just to like have any impact. So I'm gonna attack. It's gonna be D-Prison though. Unfortunate for the Monster Mash player. They do have a lot of ways to survive with the Fader, the Trag, and the Gores, though. And Ab-Zero coming down is going to be really good for Xytalos. Just attacking with everything here. Could have gone for game, but opting not to, figuring they must have something, right? So the big Tragodia getting dropped. This Trag can actually... Actually, wait, this is a level 10, right? So this Trag can't really steal anything, if I'm right. So why is he going for this Gallus? It makes the Tragodia weaker. I guess the thought is that you could maybe mill a light machine and drop the Alta. I guess you can do a synchro play with Plague. I didn't see that. Or you could mill a light machine, but it would be better to do that in main 2 after you attacked with Trag. But that's a long shot either way. Okay, so he is just doing it for a synchro play with Tragodia so he can Black Rose the field. Dark Calling going to be used. That's a big boy. How big is he? It's 47. Massive Dark Gaia. And the Miracle Fusion, that threatens lethal. So the Fader is going to come down. How do you out this? Whew. Those are some big boys. So he's using the Quick Draw. Going to go Turbo Warrior to crash with the Absolute Zero. So now the Gores actually is a big threat. And it's going to get dropped. So 47 token. I mean, you just have to go for it at this point. I'd have swapped them both, to be honest. Because you're just dead anyway, even if it's Mirror, right? Yeah, you are dead anyway. Oh no. Another Dark Calling going to come down for Evil Hero, Malicious Fiend. He can survive with Battle Fader. Could, like, potentially... Oh. Top decks an Altanen and is going to out the whole board. That's wild. The Malicious Fiend gets booked, though. That's not good. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That is bad for the Monster Mash player. But another insane rip with the Chaos Sorcerer. It's gonna come down and out the Evil Hero Malicious Fiend, and then Xytalos top decks a Miracle Fusion. What an insane back and forth in this game number 1. Necro Gardener. That's gonna let him survive a little bit. I mean, potentially find something. Deprison. All right, we've got a Witch of the Black Rose, drawing a card, and a Necro Gardener, so you're probably not dead here. May have wanted to protect that, but I don't know. Not using the Quick Draw Dandy for anything. I guess... I don't know, maybe... Would it have been so bad to go Drill Warrior here and then pitch the Raikou? I feel like that would have been the way I'd have done it. I guess the worry is that the back row will interrupt your play. Yeah, I guess the back row is really scary. But unfortunately, just going to lose to Kais there. Maybe you kind of had to YOLO for it there. I don't know. Anyway, game number 2. Monster Mash going first again. Opens another one of the Yep 1 cards in the deck, so very nice. Xytalos going Rhoda. Drawing another Cyber Dragon in opening hand, which is very good. Just very good in this matchup. Not going to use it right away. Being conservative with it. Not even going to use the Grand Mold of Bounce. I think you can bounce if you want. I'm assuming he just chose not to. That must be what happened. Or I don't know, maybe you can't. I've never actually... I'm not going to speculate right now, but I've never actually seen this interaction with Cyber Valley versus Grand Mold happen, so I don't know precisely what goes on there. Because, well, let's not go into it. I could probably think through it if I wanted to, but I'm too lazy right now. Anyway, Sork going to be dropped to get rid of the Prisma. Cyber Dragon going to hit over the Sork. I feel like too many people put Sork in defense mode in this format. Like, sometimes it's right, but it's not like GOAT where it's, like, usually right, you know? Or where it's often right. Because, like, there's a lot of relevant things, like Sidra, for example, that's out in this format that will just hit over defense mode Sork. Anyway, Dark Calling going to go for the Malicious Fiend, get out the Chimeritic Fortress Dragon. Sets a DD Warrior Lady. This was probably a side deck card. And I gotta be honest, I don't know why they brought this in. Maybe it's a main deck card, I don't know. But is it really that good against Dark Gaia? I mean, I don't see it. Not a lot of, like, recruiters or stuff. But I guess it outs the big guys, but there's a lot of things that out the big guys that are better than DD Warrior Lady, surely. Gonna end phase pitch Dandelion. I mean, here it's like, why would you not have just quick draw Dandied for drill yet? I don't see why you don't go for it. Like last time it kind of made sense. But here I don't get, like, are you really just scared of the one back row that much? Being like Torrential Tribute? Well, now they're going for it at least. This is a lot of tokens that are presenting a very, very appealing wall for the Malicious Edge to hit into, so kind of rough. Gonna go for Road Warrior, that's so based. Are they out of Cyber Valleys? No. No way. Please. No. They only main 2. They only have 2 in the main. No, it was gonna be beautiful. That's tragic. That is truly, that makes me sad. I'm gonna hit into a Gores. Very good Gores. They just always have Gores this game. Anyway, beats into D Prison. Gonna try to crash. Gonna go for which of the black rows in main 2. I'd have maybe just set Raikou here. But, I mean, because you could witch the black rows next turn. I think Raikou is a card where if you're in a situation where you have positive momentum, you always want to just get the value out of it if you can. In these control type of decks. Anyway, gonna hit into a D Prison. A little bit rough. A second Warrior Lady. Yeah, I think this had to be a sideboard card because there's no way you're just maining multiple Warrior Ladies in this deck. I would be interested to hear the logic behind that. Anyway, gonna bring out a Fortress. Try to go for game, but unfortunately there's a Gores, so Zytalis is going to survive. And this is going to be a pretty crazy side draw here, I would think. Oh, no. Why even use the side draw when you can... Okay. Actually, just not even side drawing. Never mind. Just going to go Prisma to send... Yeah, the other one's in grave anyway. He couldn't do that. So he's going to send the big piece and have a really big Dark Calling. He must have lethal here somehow. Because the Dark Guy's 47 over the 200 Raikou, so that's 4,500 damage. So Zytalis can just kill here, actually. Pretty epic duel. These were really cool decks. I'm glad we watched this match. Anyway, on to the next one. We've got End Speed versus Letio, yeah. No idea what either of these two are playing, but we're going to find out. This looks like Diva Hero Beat. I'm going to be honest, I'm not very high on the Diva Hero Beat deck. I think that the Alias deck has been very underwhelming recently, at least from what I've seen. Maybe that's a hot take, I don't know. I think Keegan doesn't like Alias decks either. And I used to disagree, but he's kind of convinced me. I just don't think they're that great. Anyway, Torrential is crazy here, actually. Stopping the Ab-Zero from coming down. Just outing that whole board. Bottomless going to attempt to be used, but it was literally the Gem Spark, because they always have it. I mean, that's just how it be. Vayu Turbo player in a little bit of a disadvantage, but they find a Raikou, which is a really nice top deck. So I'm going to go E-Call for Stratos for another 1900 vanilla, Lamau. Raikou just get out the back row. So there's a Vayu right now that is live. That's really good, actually, for the Vayu player. And that's just going to very cleanly get over the Stratos and kind of wall the whole deck. I guess they can go for a level 5. Do they play a second Gilman? I think most of them do. Okay, this Torrential is absolutely huge for the Hero Beat player. Just going to go second Diva and then drop Miracle Fusion. Probably going to get de-prisoned here, so that's not great. But there's an RFDD maybe. That's going to bring back a Stratos plus a Diva. That's crazy, but wow, everything sped up really fast. Royal Oppression just going to absolutely blow him out and stop the RFDD here. So very fortunate for the Hero Beat player. Doesn't have an out for this Sirocco, so just kind of sitting and passing. But they've got a Mirror Force. Going for Card Trooper. Oh, mills another Vayu. It just gets better and better for the Vayu player here. Mirror Force probably going to be used. Has to, or he's going to die. I mean, yeah. Finds Dad. They're under oppression, and they have, like, board arcs. So this Dad could conceivably come up at some point. Using the Vayu just to give him a wall, I guess. Gonna normal summon the Alias Phoenix Wing, the Synchro attack. But of course the Gale is just gonna out this. How many Darks? There's 2 now? So they could Storm and just drop Dad if the Gale goes to grave. So this is looking like a pretty much a no-win situation for the Diva Hero player. Yeah, and Judgment too. Jeez. Fortunately, they can keep resetting this Honest as like a wall, so that's pretty neat. Just draws an MST. Both of them draw Rain Control. A lot of staples on both sides here. So just going to hit in again, which... Oh, yeah, the idea is you take it, synchro with it. Okay. That's fine. So you're going to synchro, not even using the oppression. I guess the thinking is he can brain and go for game, which the MST top deck is going to actually allow him to do that, which is crazy. So very, very crazy comeback in game number 1 here. That should not have happened. That was, oh my god. Brain Control is one of the most degenerate cards in this format, and that game pretty much showcases why. Just came back from a situation he had no business winning in. Anyway, game number 2. Pretty good opening for the Vayu player. Kind of a mid-hand for the Diva Hero player. Gonna hit into the Raikou. I think the Diva Hero beat builds are definitely better than regular Hero beat. The main reason I object to this deck is because I feel like if you just went full Diva Hero, it would also be better than Diva Hero beat. So maybe just Diva Hero is a better deck. You know, that's kind of where I'm at on my thinking here. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, could be wrong. Gonna Blind Dust, hit the Judgment, which is sick. You love to do that. Gonna summon the Ocean, hit over, but unfortunately hits into a D Prison. I feel like, nah, you don't want to set the RFDD yet. You could definitely do a sick play where you like RFDD and standby phase later though. That'd be really cool. So just gonna hit over and set pass. The Storm is... Why would you not Storm for... I guess you don't Storm first in case of Gem Spark. Okay. I understand. Makes sense. Yeah. That's a pretty good heavy Storm right there. And just going to go for the one shot with the Gale and the Sirocco. Very clean by the Vayu Turbo player there. Excellent gameplay. Going to take that one. Game number 3. Oh, no. Dust Shoot. Oh, no, they both have Dust Shoot. Oh, that's just the worst kind of game to be watching, isn't it? Gonna put back the Sirocco, I guess. So now here, you gotta figure you either set Raikou or Hamster, but probably Hamster. And he does set the Hamster. So, the reverse Dust Shoot gonna happen, of course, because, you know, that's how it'd be. Gonna go for the Alias. You might just want to Gem Spark this, right? What if it's Raikou? I guess he's assuming that it's Hamster, which is probably correct, and it is Hamster. So now he's gonna just go for the back row. Honestly, maybe you should have like MLG'd him and just set Raikou. I don't know. The Vayu Mill is nice. You gotta... If you can get some more mills, maybe get something online. Just go set the Raikou. Definitely a good idea to set the Raikou, because like you can proactively do something with Roto whenever you want. Like I was kind of talking about this earlier. So just get the Raikou mills while you can. And I'm going to pop the other Diva, but just a shit mill. Holy god. Not even... Is there a reason you don't Roto Greffer here and just pitch the Plague? I guess that doesn't leave you with very many cards in hand. Or maybe you only have the one Greffer. There's some weird siding thing going on. I don't know. Like I said, in these games there's a lot of things that I don't have information on, so... Gonna go for level 5 Synchro here with the Honest backing up the Magical Android. That's pretty strong. Man, just keeps drawing the cards he wants to mill and milling the cards he wants to draw. It's just a mill deck experience, I guess. Raikou outing this is gonna be really nice, and yeah, just... Oh my god, it do be happening like that. Look at that. Mills 3 more great cards, then draws a Sirocco. That's painful. That's just painful. So, here, going for Thought Ruler. Oh, no. Thought Ruler Syndrome is back in force, fellas. Come on. Come on, guys. Just make Stardust, please. Oh, well, it's not as bad as Monarch the back row. It doesn't hurt me as much as Monarch the back row does, so we're just gonna brush it off. Okay. Man, it really does look like they're on more Armanites than Greffers. Maybe this was just a different sort of build for Vayu. That could definitely be a possibility. Armanite, either way, is a very good top deck. Gonna get blown up by the Hero Blast, but no big deal here. The bottom one's gonna be responded to with a Gem Spark, but that's fine because it's just a Vayu. So pretty good grave setup at this point for the value player. And they're just going full set all the back row. Did Heavy get milled? Oh, yeah. Of course Heavy got milled. Of course. Gonna go Arbor Master, attack. Probably just gonna be met with Deep Prison. Yep. Gonna pass. You have to drop Gores here, right? Yeah. Probably... I would have Tribute Summoned Sirocco. Especially if you're going in like this and playing into Mirror. I would have Tribute Summoned Sirocco. I mean, I guess... Oh, no, wait. Mirror's gone and you haven't seen Torrential. Never mind. There's no way you Tribute Summon Sirocco. I retract my statement. So going to hit in for 27. That's pretty good. Set pass. Man. Oh, Judgmenting the Summon of Alias. Very heads-up play there. Stops Gemspark and Honest. Very good, very good. Oh, no! Game number 3 because of the brain control again. Oh, that's dirty. That's real dirty. I feel very bad. I feel... I've witnessed a tragic massacre with brain control deciding both of the winning games for Leodia. Alright, we gotta shake that one off. Let's watch the next game. This one, of course, I'm biased towards my teammates, so I'm showing another one. This time with Sunny. Sunny was one of the few fairy players in the tournament, or at least the few fairy players that topped in the tournament. Although Keegan says this is the best deck, so I don't know. Maybe there should have been more, but it's really hard to pilot, so I guess I understand it from that perspective. This looks like some kind of crazy zombie sworn deck. Yeah, gonna hit into a goblin zombie. But the dust shoot is gonna be wild here. It's gonna mess him up. Really just staring at 2 recharges with no light sworns is kind of painful right now. You have a foolish that you could maybe do something with, but I don't know if it actually goes anywhere towards outing this. Okay, there's a wolf in here. This must be a brick fest. I don't know. This must be a wild brick fest. Anyway, Sunny unfortunately hit a torrential tribute off the first dim out, which of course, you know, that's just how it be. Looks like they're just going to ram and get Christia, though, so that's going to be definitely problematic to deal with. Outing that, Goblin Zombie getting the Christia, getting the +1, stopping all special summons. This is not a good situation for someone playing a very special summon heavy deck like this to be in. Can definitely try to get the engine going here. Alright, you can stall with Gardna, maybe. But every turn this situation gets worse, to be honest. So, not going great for the Zombie Swarm player. Alright, you can potentially Raikou here. Try to live. So I think there's no way to out Christia and not just lose. And in fact might have been no way to not just lose there. I didn't do the math, but yeah, you just lost way too much momentum under Christia. Nothing he could do. So Thunder King gonna hit into Raikou, not ideal. Again, just bricked on recharge, no light sworn. That stuff feels bad. Magical Merchant. That's a really interesting card. Maybe we're gonna get to see Merchant go off. There's a lot of spell traps in here though, so not gonna get to mill anything. And the fact that they know about the Mirror Force is not great, not optimal. I think in this situation I'd have recharged. Probably. I mean, just to get the mills going? I don't know. Gonna play around the mirror, which he knows is there. The Raikou mills a wolf, which cannot bottomless that in the damage step, of course. And anyway, the decision has been nullified altogether because he just top decks another Raikou and makes the recharge live. Not bad, and a charge of the Light Brigade, so a pretty good situation here for the all-in kind of deck here. Gonna get Oppressioned, but you can just Storm. You can just Storm, summon Aaron. I mean, that seems like a pretty good play. So Aaron gonna just kick back the Shining Angel. Very good situation for the Lightsworn player. The Herald of Arclight, of course, 1 turn later than it needed to be. Just gonna set 2 back row. Man, just going for the Plague, but it's gonna get DD Crowed. Attack, attack. Wolf gonna get deprisoned. Warrior Lady going to attack. Outing the Aaron, that's gonna be it. Summons a Kaiku, meets Bottomless. Another recharge, that's nice. But they just have game with Lila plus Sork, so Yep, that one's gonna go the way of the zombie sworn deck. We didn't see any zombies in game 2. Maybe it's some kind of smokescreen side thing. People have done that in tournaments before. So Aaron get a hit into Raikou. Man, that's unfortunate because fairies only play like one Raikou, maybe two Raikou, and the chance of the set being like a recruiter or something is way higher. So a little bit painful for the Aaron there, getting outed. Going to DD Warrior Lady, get rid of the Honest. And just hit in with Nova Summoner. JD. I don't think we've seen JD get summoned this match. It's been in the hand multiple times, but just a lot of dead hands. I'm not sure what this build is looking like, but I'm gonna go for the Vortex, but that's just gonna get the Dim Alk effect to go off. Just committing a lot of cards here for the sole purpose of summon Aaron pass. And the Honest over the Aaron's going to put him on low life. Can try to set Honest, but yeah, Brio is just going to end the game. Yeah, that's the end of that one. Pretty anticlimactic game number 3 here. Lightsworn deck did not draw well or something. It's my best assertion of the situation. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these matches. Again, thank you to everyone who has helped out, who has supported the channel, who's gotten me to 1K subs. I'm very grateful. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep watching. Keep, liking and commenting and all of that stuff. So I'll see you next time. Peace out.